Hi, everybody. I am Dr. Bree, the physical therapist.
And I'm Lynn.
And we are your favorite senior care specialists. Well, today we have another wonderful guest with us, Meredith Moore, who owns Sophia Lustig here in Perrysburg. Meredith and I have a little bit of a history going back with the shop. I'm trying to even think when I first met you.
I was trying to think that this morning.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been a little while. Yeah, I mean, even like you being in there with us and going in, I've been a couple of years, 4 years.
Oh, I see you guys at Zingo's doing your little breakout sessions, and I met you maybe once or twice before.
Yeah. But I'll let you introduce yourself and talk a little bit more about what you do and kind of how we've connected and worked together some.
So I'm Meredith Moore, and like Bree said, I own Sophia Lustig. Next year, we will be 90 years old in the Toledo area. 1936, Miss Lustig opened the shop.
I did not know.
And so it's a big year coming up. But to think about how a specialty store can be around that long is kind of crazy.
That's awesome.
But we got to just keep going back to the basics. And what we do most well is concentrate on the customer first, and figuring out what their needs are and going from there. And if we keep that in the forefront, then things are looking good. Mm-hmm. When we forget and get busy, that's when things slide a little bit.
Yeah. And you specialize in what?
Women's clothing, accessories, and skincare, but really about making the woman feel the best she can inside and out by what she puts on in the morning. Mm-hmm. So wardrobing is a big part of our business. And having the woman feel like when she wakes up and opens up her closet, she doesn't see a lot of clothes that she has nothing to wear, which happens all the time because we buy items instead of looking at the closet as a comprehensive wardrobe.
Yeah, I like that. Well, and the other thing about your shop that I like so much is that you have really different quality pieces that you really can't find other places. Like I love that. Like, be it from like a special occasion dress to a blazer to a sweater to a really cool pair of pants. Like, I know Lynn can say this, and my blazer came from Meredith's shop.
Thank you.
When we've gone places and I'm in blazers, everybody always saying like, I love your blazer?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. And they have come from Meredith. So,
well, you can get clothing anywhere today. I mean, sitting in your pajamas, 3 a.m., getting clothing. But there is something about walking into a space, working with a specialist, and letting that specialist hear your needs or what you're looking for, and then starting that relationship and going from there.
Yeah, because then you know that person, you know what they're looking for. You're already anticipating what their needs are, a lot like what we do in the wellness realm when it comes to our clients. And that's something before we went on air, we were talking about is just how client interactions have changed so much, not only in the clothing realm, but in the healthcare realm, and how we're very similar in that, because it's all about that personalized touch, right?
The concierge service.
Yes. And getting to know that person and their specific needs, like you said, anticipating it before it even happens, right? Walking them through each step. Because I even know for you, like if you have somebody that sets an appointment with you, they tell you what's going on, and then you have a whole bunch of pieces already picked for them, right?
Totally. And some people hate to shop. I'm sure some people hate to exercise. If I can make it fun for them and skip the shopping part of it and just get to them and get into the dressing room where they're starting to make things happen, we've taken out that stressful time for them, because they're looking at a lot of things and they're thinking, I don't know. But by me pre-selecting things for them, it kind of cuts out that pain point.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's like you're not picking out something that you think looks cool on the hanger, but you don't know that maybe is going to look terrible on you because it's not for your shape.
Right.
Yeah. And you also do color matching. Is that right? Is that what it's called?
That is a service that we are introducing in 26.
Okay.
But it would be having your colors done and figuring out what looks best on you. It's all about psychology of color and how you look in it, but also how you feel in it. too.
That makes total sense because I know I'll go sometimes. I'm like, oh, that color looks really cool. And then I put it up against my skin tone and I'm like, I look like I'm ill.
Yes, you can definitely. It's much easier to tell when something is the wrong color than when something's a good color, but maybe not your best.
Yeah. Well, and something too that I've realized, like shopping in your store and, you know, in the day and age, like we're talking about Amazon and these quick things, it's just the quality of clothing has changed so much. I even feel like in the last 10 years. Would you agree?
Yeah, you can buy a $5 t-shirt at your local big box store that will last 3 months.
Maybe. Or maybe
3 months.
Second time you wash it.
Or it's see-through, right? Nobody wants to wear a see-through white t-shirt under their nice black blazer.
They wear it once, it looks great. They wash it, and then it becomes this big.
Yeah.
And pills. They become see-through.
Yeah.
They
collars all jacked up.
They fray easily. Yeah. The quality is not what it once was.
Our concept really is fewer items, better quality.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people are starting to embrace that more and more because I even know myself moving. Oh, my goodness. You never really know how much junk you have until you gotta move. And I'm like, how is there this much stuff in my closet?
But perfect time to purge.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and it's very free.
It is free. It's liberating. We live with so much stuff around us. And then to have that, it is amazing how much it changes your psyche when you can let something go that isn't serving you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and I think too, especially in the day and age of social media where we're bombarded with stuff constantly. I mean, we even see this with clients because they're like, well, I don't know what's right or what's, but it's the same thing like TikTok shop and IG and everything. They're constantly hitting you up with stuff. And I think I even know for myself, like I would get stuck on some trends that were going on. And I mean, not that trends I think are bad, but realizing like if you pick the right quality pieces, like they're timeless. Like you can wear them for forever with the right things.
Yes. The core wardrobe makes up of 8 to 10 core pieces that if you don't have those in your closet and have a lot of other stuff, you really can't do anything with them. Because you don't have those core pieces. Those core pieces are so important. And I really think that's where you put the money because those are the pieces that are going to be your foundation, be the first part of your outfit that you put on. And then you start adding layers of your own style and your own colors or your own.
I think it also takes out the frustration of trying to find something different to wear every single day of the week. Right?
Yes.
It's easy to jump into a pair of scrubs.
I love
every single day of the week. But when you want to go out to dinner, you have an event, then you're like, what am I going to wear? Or maybe you're a business professional and you're dressing up every single day, right? What am I going to wear every single day? You feel like maybe you're wearing the same outfit every 5 days. You just mix it up. Are you wearing it this Monday or next Friday?
But there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I think people should learn. The frustration is so much harder than the repeat. So if you feel good on the repeat and you put it on and you feel great, why not do that? I mean, Steve Jobs had that, right?
Oh, yeah.
He put on his
the same thing, like every day.
But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having 3 or 4 great outfits and sticking with that? And then next season, maybe you add something else in there or you twist it with the accessories you put on that aren't
or your color.
Yes. Right. Yes. A pop of your color makes all the difference. Absolutely.
So what would you call those essentials? Like what are those 8 to 10 essential pieces that you were talking
specifically? Yeah. What are they?
Yeah. Normally when you're talking.
A great pair of black pants, a great jean.
Okay. Like a dark wash jean?
A dark wash jean if you're in a dressy world, but if you're more casual, then a medium wash is just as fine.
Okay.
A black or neutral base layer.
Okay.
And depending on the season, it could be a tank in the summertime. It could be a turtleneck in the winter. Or if you're not a turtleneck, it could be a V-neck or crew. But just a color that matches your bottom to have. So if it's black, my ideal choice, it could be charcoal. It could be brown for somebody else. But a one-piece top and bottom that matches.
Okay.
And then a jean jacket is a core piece, a black blazer, and pop colors of sweaters and scarves that would be your color range.
Okay.
And I say that, and that is who we service, and that is a working professional that has a life outside of work. So someone that doesn't necessarily need a black pant all the time. There are times that you're going to need so you might not need 3 black pants, but a great pair of black pants.
No, it makes sense. And I mean, having the base and the basics is key. And that's even like what we teach our clients all about. It is, because it's like when it comes to movement and mobility, if you don't have a strong base, you don't have a strong core, you don't have strong hips, we're seeing falls, we're seeing mobility limitations. And normally that's the root cause of the problem. So it's having that strong base and then building off of there to help resolve everything else. Yeah. It's very interesting how they kind of collaborate
They
together.
totally do. And to your point earlier about seeing the trends on TikTok and on Instagram, they're usually have already established the base and have gotten to the fun part.
True.
And that's why just taking those trends in healthcare, I'm sure, doesn't work for everyone, because they don't have the base established. And so people spin their wheels doing the wrong things when they can't do them correctly.
Yeah. A lot of times it's just a Band-Aid, right? That's kind of what it is. You know, another reason we're connected is because we work with one of your family members.
Yes.
And I know that they were really challenged with some of the things that they were facing with our traditional healthcare system. Would you agree
Absolutely.
with it? Yeah. And kind of felt like therapy and a lot of those modalities for pain management and just improving functionality really didn't work, right?
Well, they were too specific on one cause and not looking holistically at
The whole
her
person.
body as a whole.
Yeah. And that went on for a long time for her. Hasn't it pretty much been
My
for
whole
her?
life. We're speaking about my mother, and she has had 8 spinal fusions throughout my lifetime. Her first one was before I was even born. And so I've grown up with her having back problems. And there have been times that she's ready to work on and feel better. And there are times that she's so tired of being in pain that she's overwhelmed with the pain and she doesn't want to do anything about it, or she's tried so many different things and they haven't worked. So she was basically at her wit's end when we started talking about how maybe you could help.
Yeah. And I mean, I think Lynn can elaborate on this. That's a lot of our clients. Wouldn't you say?
Almost every single one of them.
Yeah. They come to us because they're like, well, nothing else has worked. Might as well try, you guys.
Right. They're overwhelmed. Like, chronic pain is very taxing on the body.
Yeah.
Psychologically, mentally, physically.
I don't know if it's been a year and a half that you've been working with her.
I think like at least a year, maybe a little bit over a year. I know it was cold. We came. It was like snowing, I think, when.
I would have to look back.
Yeah, I
can't
think it's
remember.
close. Yeah.
But the difference in her mobility is huge. I wish we could have taken a video prior to and watched her get out of her chair or watched her walk across to the kitchen table.
Yeah.
I mean, the change, she doesn't feel it all the time as much as we see it, but it is a huge improvement. And the way you come about it is with a tender heart and empathy, sympathy for what she's going through. And instead of pushing her through it, you work through it together. And I don't know that anyone's ever taken that kind of time for her.
Well, and I think a lot of times someone like your mom that's been living in chronic pain for so long, like you said, when there's no answers, you start to get to this point where you're like, what's the point? Like,
right.
Why am I going to fight through this pain? I might as well just sit here, try and get into a position that's somewhat comfortable and function through it. And I think that's kind of where she was at when we first started seeing her. And so many people have gotten to that place, especially with chronic pain, chronic low back pain, when you get into this cycle of like surgery after surgery after surgery, and your mobility just keeps getting more and more limited. You know, like you said, traditional PT, you can't just spot fix the things. We have to get to the root of the problem. We have to fix the base. And so much of that is it's posture, it's strength. It's like, what are you doing every day that's keeping you in this position? What can we start doing to help open you up? And it's a process because, like you said, it's been your whole life. So how long is that going to take to fix that problem? Whereas our traditional system, now I think if you get home care now, they're talking, you get PT one time a week. One time a week.
For 6 weeks?
Yes.
Then it's done?
And then it's done. And
right when you you haven't even been able to establish the foundation in that limited time, but then the fun begins, I'm sure.
It is. That's typically when you start to see some sort of a change.
From a therapist standpoint, is that, I just assume, when you can develop the base and you start pushing beyond.
Yeah.
Is that fun?
That's the best part of the job, frankly, but like people just don't know that their body can heal and they can do the things they once did. We might not get her out water skiing or anything like that. You may not get back to what you were doing when you were 18, 19, or 20 years old, but no matter what age you are, you can still get out and be active and do all the things. You can still go out to dinner. You can still enjoy your family time and your social life and still go on vacation and do fun things that you're interested in and not just sit in the chair watching your television shows, sitting on your heating pad, waiting for your next, round of medications to be administered, kind of a thing. And I think that, just living that best life. And for someone who's still married, that you're not limiting your spouse because, if mom's not moving, then that oftentimes means dad's not moving. Right? Dad wants to go on vacation, but can't leave mom by herself anymore. What are we going to do? So we can get that activity level up, get that mobility better, build some confidence. We're not going to be 100%, but darn it, we're going to be the best we can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and so much of it too, like you said, 6 weeks to build the base. I think it takes 6 weeks to just really build a lot of trust too, right? I think that's another big part. In traditional care, you come in and you're trying to lay these ground rules. But the thing is that these individuals, like someone like your mom, Payne, had so many people in and out. They're like, why am I going to listen to you? How do I know this is even going to work? Like, it takes that time to build rapport and to learn, like, this person's not going to hurt me. This person's actually here to help me. And they actually care and they can actually empathize with me. And like, oh, wait. They're not only just talking about exercise. We're talking about like, my diet. We're talking about my sleep. We're talking about my medications. We're talking about supplementation, about sunlight, like all of these things that play into who you are and how you feel too. So I think that in order to fix these chronic issues that so many people have now, this is what it takes. You really want to get good results? You need to have somebody that's going to spend the time with you and really get to know you. Yeah. It's like that 15-minute doctor visit. That isn't going to do anything.
Not cutting it.
No, especially when you have a laundry list of surgeries that's this long. Like, it takes time to get to know that person. And like you said, every day can be different. And you have to be able to come in and be like, okay, Payne's driving the bus today. So what can we do to modify things? Still make it functional, still help you see some progress. You have to be able to think that way, right? That's a huge part of it. With traditional care, you get a diagnosis. And for instance, back pain, which has been a huge thing for her. But that's where traditional care just wants to treat that back pain. But again, it's like, where did the back pain come from? Where did the vertigo come from? Where have the mobility limitations come from? Even when you have days when you can't exercise, still being able to give that person useful takeaway information on what to do. Like, okay, I know you're having this problem, but do X, Y, and Z. So they don't feel alone. It's like you help put the power back in their hands again, and they are not a slave to the diagnosis, right? Because I think that was probably for her and then for so many people, it's like it controls your life.
Absolutely. And that's all you think about.
Yeah, she's not your mom anymore. She's overwhelmed by this diagnosis. And I think so much of that is that's what it is. It's like, it sounds so cheesy and I say it all the time, but it's like giving you the tools to have in your toolbox so you can be the hero of your own health. But I even think that's so much about what you do. It's like you educate people on what looks best on them. Like, how do you have your foundation? How to dress for success? How to feel good? I think that's what we're all about. It's empowering our clients to be able to take care of themselves and feel like they have control over their health, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome getting to be able to take care of clients like this. You get to help in a way that I think we always wanted to help as clinicians.
Well, I can tell you my family thanks you to see her taller and recover more easily and to kind of, I mean, it is in the mental space too, because I will talk to her or see a text that she's written and her personality is back. That is for me what it's all about, is having my mom back. And I've seen glimpses of that and she's working on it. And without your help, she'd be in the chair.
On the heating pad.
In shows all day.
Watching shows all day.
Yes.
Yeah. I really think the biggest takeaway I hope for individuals watching this, listening to this, is that it doesn't really matter where you're starting at. And you could have had 30, 40, 50 years of pain. There's always something that you can do to help manage it. It's just finding the right people and giving your body the right tools. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's we even have clients that are like in their 90s and they're like, I'm too old. I can't do anything. I have seen people at 95 still be able to make progress. The body is an amazing tool. You get the right people around you. You have the right mindset. You can make amazing changes happen. So it's pretty awesome. So now, Meredith, where can everybody find you at if they want to come check out some of these awesome clothes that you offer? Which, by the way, I'm wearing my whole outfit is actually from Sophia Lustig. Yes, absolutely. I got a lot of clothes in my closet from Sophia Lustig.
None that were purged out, I hope.
No, absolutely not. They're still there.
So we are downtown Perrysburg. We are 126 Louisiana Avenue in Perrysburg. And we also have a website, sophialustig.com.
Social media too, right?
Yes.
IG,
Facebook and Instagram mostly.
Mm-hmm. And because if people remember the shop from before it was in Perrysburg, it was downtown Toledo, correct?
It was downtown Toledo for 84 years before moving out to Perrysburg. And yes, we made a pretty big, bold step to come out into the suburbs. But we are thriving, having neighbors and having collaboration with downtown Perrysburg, and people are so time poor anymore. And we were totally 100% destination before. And if you didn't know about us, you weren't going to just happen upon us on 10th Street, downtown Toledo. Mm-hmm. We're more visible today than we were.
Yeah, you have an awesome window. Like your windows was it every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday.
Kathy changes them out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. When we walk
in the window Wednesdays.
Yes. So if you are walking downtown Perrysburg, you need to make sure you walk by her shop every Wednesday. You're going to see the new get-ups in the window. I love it.
Well, when I say that we were downtown for years, we were on a street that was not a passerby street.
Okay.
And we changed the windows, but no one ever commented. We had a Pro Care across the street, and those guys really didn't care about what was in our windows.
Yeah.
And the customers walking in would walk straight into the door and not really pay attention to the windows. But it has been so much fun over the last 4 years having someone call and say, 2 weeks ago, you had a hot pink dress in the window. It caught my eye and I haven't gotten in. Is it still there? I mean, that never happened downtown. That's so much fun.
I love it. I even think, like New York City and how they do all the designs for like Christmas time and just, I don't know, the homage to the older, simpler days. I love it. So, and I really do think more and more people are looking for that touch, just like they are with us. You know, they're sick of the runaround, sick of not getting answers, being able to find good quality pieces, good quality help, and know it's going to look good, know it's going to have a good outcome. I just think people are looking for that more and more nowadays. Absolutely. And I was going to say, you're in the lookbook too, which so are we. We'll be able to include some of those photos. You might recognize somebody in some of her lookbook photos. I've been in there a couple times.
Many times.
Yes. But she has some amazing pieces, I was going to say, from like casual to business casual to formal wear, mother of the bride, like, and everything in between. I feel like you guys have so many quality, timeless pieces.
Head to toe dressing.
Yes.
Minus the shoes.
Yes. It's skincare. Yeah, I was going to say you said skincare. And I was going to say I actually have my blue light readers from you guys too. I like those a lot. Yeah.
We are trying to take a look at our client and all of her needs. And you can't address every single one of them, but in the dressing realm and where her pain points are, fitting her from there.
Yeah, I think you have a great selection, and it's a cute little shop, so you guys should definitely check her out. Well, Meredith, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us.
Thank you for having me on. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you both do and the business that you have, Bree, because more people need to know about you.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate it. We have some of the best clients, I would say. Would you not agree?
We do.
It is. And when you get to do it this way, you're literally changing someone's life. Like it's really the best thing. It is. Well, thank you. Thanks, everybody.